Hey, this is Qwade. Um, so I just left the store that um, Saul and Polly wanted me to visit to get Polly a new body, and it went pretty good actually. Really interesting place, to be honest. Like I went for a new body for Polly, but um, there's a lot of pretty cool robotic stuff in there. Um, I'm probably gonna go back at some point and try to, maybe coerce the shop owner to sell me one of those Eyebots. I think it'd be pretty cool. Um, I'm just going to essentially log a few things um, from the store just to remind myself for a later date. So first off, I'll have the uh, conversation I had with the shop owner robot guy. Um, it was pretty strange. Um, Here it is. Oh, this looks promising. Tattered clipboard. Oh man, look at these. Wow. These are iBots, but I've never seen any schematics that had them like with crazy pointy things at the front. Oh, I'm being watched. Oh, and this is what we're looking for, I think. Doesn't look complete though. Okay, well, let's have a chat with this guy. Hey.
Oh, well now, what do we have here? Are you another ghost? I cannot bring you the
What?
peace you require, Spirit. Leave me be.
Uh, no. Um, I'm not a ghost.
Must we, Spirit? So be it. Welcome to Duncan and Duncan's, Appalachia's premier robotics dealer. I am Skinner. How may I help you? Alleged member of the living.
Alleged. Um, I'm going to be requiring an Assaultron body. Is that something you have here other than like the display I saw behind me?
Assaultrons are military-grade hardware, my professed liveling. As such, all of our machines have already been spoken for. Outstanding deal with the United States military, just waiting for pickup.
Oh,
you
I see.
understand?
I mean, um, okay. So it's going to the United States military. Um, well, I mean they're not really around anymore. Um, so like, can we work something out?
I'm sorry, but I simply cannot. The price of such a machine, even before its noted uptick in demand, was in millions of dollars.
Ah, um, okay. Well, like nobody, uses money anymore ever since um bombs. Everyone uses caps now, man.
Bottle caps? Actual trash? Then it's likely safe to presume the amount you'd need to offer is in the mid-10 figures.
Um, 10 fingers. I mean, caps are worth much more than $1. I easily like $10 million to one cap, so how about I cut you a deal and I give you one cap and that'll be enough, right?
Is that so? Mr. Duncan are so very risk averse. Fine. Here, you may collect it upstairs. Fool.
Yeah, thank you. Upstairs, you say? Okay, I'll go take a look.
By all means.
So yeah, at this point I was a little nervous. He did mention Mr. Duncan um, in his little sales pitch. I I thought that I was dealing with a robot at first, and just like the last remnant here. But if there was actual people running this store, I felt a little bit worse about screwing them over. An entire Assaultron body. Um, but it turns out that yeah, no, those two are long gone, which is what I kind of expected. Um, and it is very much only the robots. I was a little worried, not worried, confused about like how he was acting and why he seemed to think I was a ghost at first. But I did actually, um, you know, looking around, snooping around, I guess. The office of this Mr. Duncan. Um, on my way up to the Assaultron body, what actually happened, and I'll read out a note and list out one of the holotapes of this Mr. Duncan at a later date. Well, further along in this holotape, anyway. Um, what I will say is that I did find the body for Polly. So everybody, I'm sure, will be pretty happy. Um, Let me just play that here. Let's go ahead and just check out the Assaultron showroom. I'm not comfortable with taking anything else than what I came for, so let's go ahead and add this so that Polly will have a new body. This body is in pristine condition, attached and transported to the body. Yeah, this seems perfect. There we go. Yeah, so mission accomplished, I guess. Um, that's the first part of why I wanted to make this holotape. The second part is the note and the holotape that I found over at the store, because I think knowing a little bit more about the history of this place might be useful in the future. So let me just read out, the note and listen to the holotape. And this holotape, just have it all condensed in one point, I guess. Alright, here we go. Mr. Duncan, I've given a strong dressing down to the men involved in the altercation. I'm terribly sorry about them attempting to serve you the summons meant for your twin, and duly hope you can understand the mix-up. Alright. Unfortunately, the other Mr. Duncan continues to elude us. Are you sure he's not residing at a different address? Can you at least confirm I have this correct? 8888 Watchkey Street, Charleston. Alright. It also seems he's been avoiding your mutual place of business since the lockout occurred, though the men I've had stationed in the neighborhood are having some trouble differentiating you two, as you've well seen. Is there any chance you might be willing to don a small item by which they can differentiate you two? A lapel pin or a rose in your jacket pocket. We at Gramercy and Ulster appreciate your patience in this matter. It is our sincere hope to have your brother found and access restored to your showroom in no time. Sincerely, William Ryan Grimsey, Esquire. Okay?
Oh, you've truly done it this time, Jonathan. This numeric obsession of yours will be our ruin. You've reminded me multiple times it's the only house in the city with that number. But leveraging our only... You what? Oh, don't be a... Fine. Skinner!
Yes, Mr. Duncan.
My brother refuses to continue our discussion without his evening tea. Because he is a petulant child. Do fetch him some so we can be done with this.
Mr. Duncan, I hardly mean to be rude, but where exactly would you like me to bring this tea?
To my brother, you imbecile.
Your brother? At the cemetery?
What on earth are you talking about? Go downstairs, make his tea, and bring it to the desk directly in front of you where he is seated.
Sir, there's no one there.
Well, you don't see him?
No, sir.
Well, that simply won't do. Skinner, fetch my toolkit. You're clearly malfunctioning.
Very well, sir.
Okay. So it sounds like his brother was actually dead, and he did some changes on Skinner, the robot I met back in town. That's why he was a bit strange. I feel bad for the robot now. Alright. Skinner was his name? Let's head back to Polly and Duchess.